What is going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk about SoFi. I want to talk on why it's up as much as it is. Going to go over some updated data points very relevant to a lot of investors and talk about the huge catalyst that just came out. But before I get into any of that, you guys know the deal. Smash the thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, let's get right to it. So as you can see in the pre-market, you can already tell it was starting to tentatively go up. There was news that started to float around late yesterday about a emergency closed board meeting. And ultimately what they're going to be talking about is various different things, one of which is possible rate increases, premature ones, because we all technically know March 16th was going to be their next decision meeting. But again, when it comes down to it, on Valentine's Day, they are going to be having an emergency one and talking about that. At the end of the day, it is what it is, and this is one factor why SoFi is definitely rallying, because in a high interest rate environment, companies such as SoFi will flourish massively. In addition to their new recent campaign that they are doing, break up with your bank, move on with SoFi, that is perfectly timed and will definitely get a lot of customers based on that, and I know a lot of individuals realize that. Like I said, I just want to give you some updated data points as well. Right now, short interest has been abnormally high on SoFi, and we all know that. Right now it's 20.02, still up roughly about 15% from 1 week prior. Utilization is 93.32. Day by day change, they have been closing out a little bit, so 0.16, which works out to be 226,000 shares being returned. And all this information is available via Ortex. In addition to, the cost to borrow is still relatively low, 1.05% as well. So just keep that in mind. And as you can see on the live ticker, currently SoFi is up 5.2%, 38 million as far as volume right now, whereas the average is 36, so definitely another high volume day. And right now, block volume, 4.8 million shares being purchased by institutions today alone, so that definitely is very welcomed. And looking at the top, you can see all the major indexes are very much red. Nasdaq down roughly about 1%, so having SoFi up as much as it is, like I said, an amazing Friday. Just want to go over the options activity, because options activity has been extremely hot. And I've been posting a lot on Twitter about kind of updates when it comes down to this. So today alone, there's been $586,000 worth of options, with 90% of them being positive. Yesterday, 99% of them being positive, with $10.95 million worth of options. All of last week, on average, was 87%. So it is extremely undervalued at this price. And again, going back to the beginning when I said that there is a big catalyst, there is a big catalyst. And looking at this new round of 13Fs that did come down the pipeline, so you can see there is still a lot of institutions still backing up the bus, a lot of which have around the $16 to $18 price range. And at the end of the day, this is a big deal. And ultimately what this means is a lot of institutions and hedge funds at these prices did find value. Since then, they've actually obtained a charter. So we all know that. Very, very big catalyst. And so if a lot of these institutions and hedge funds found value at these prices, imagine what they're doing at this. This is why right now you can see on the block volume 4.8 million shares being purchased by institutions today alone. But that's not the best thing. The best thing did come out yesterday, and you can see BlackRock. So 22.2 million shares of SoFi, and they did increase it 63%. So that is a very huge deal. When BlackRock adds 63%, they do their due diligence, and even looking at their average, 1584. So they are technically at a loss. They found it a very great buying opportunity at 1584. Imagine what a lot of retail investors should do. As far as some updated information, Q3 2021, hedge funds did buy a total of 3.5 million total call options. That is a big deal. Again, which kind of matches with the options activity and a lot of institutions purchasing. There's a huge anticipation of a upside. So again, I keep saying this all the time, especially now with a high interest rate environment. So that's definitely something to keep in mind as well. With that, I'm just going to tie it all together with some technical analysis. So right now I have the 50, 100, 200-day moving averages, Bollinger Bands, RSI, stochastic, and momentum. So just going to zoom in a little bit more. So right now momentum, you can see number of buyers have been going up quite a lot, so that is very optimistic. Stochastic, there has been a little bit of a deviation for the last little bit, black line above the red showing a bullish sentiment. And like I've been saying over the last couple of videos, the big thing is, especially moving transition from the lower to the higher percentile of the Bollinger Band, we need to stay above that, and we are definitely doing doing that. And especially on my previous videos, I said $13.15 is a very, very pivotal point. Once we do get past that and can confirm, stay above that, we are on the clear. We are heading up, and we are definitely making a lot of progress in that regard. So the technicals look amazing. Institutions realize that. As far as options activity, that is again amazing. The only thing right now is still relatively high short interest. And again, given all the circumstances and with the price appreciating as much as it is, definitely shorts will be covering out their position. So this is a very big deal. With that, let me know your thoughts on SoFi in the comments below. If you haven't already, smash a thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. With that, let's all make a lot of money on SoFi.